There are 68 proposed amendments to the 1999 Constitution before the National Assembly. One of them is financial autonomy for local governments in Nigeria, state legislature and judiciary, which has now been okayed by both chambers of the National Assembly. It now beholds on State House of Assembly to vote in its favor in order for the amendment to scale through. Would they give a two-third majority votes for this course? And how would this enhance the gains of democracy in Nigeria? This is Report on ITV. I am Blessing Aichi.
The law passes through the various stages as it were, and it becomes law or constitutional amendment, and local governments are now free. INEC now conducts election into the local government councils. It will improve citizens' participation at the local government, especially in demanding for accountability in their various local government areas. Because first, when the people now elect their own local government officials, it will now become very imperative for the administrators at the local government level, at the grassroots level, to realize that they have to service their people, serve their people, truly serve them. Because if they don't serve them, the next election, they will meet the people again. Because if INEC conducts the election, there will be more credibility to the election. But there is a proviso. If the state electoral commissions are still conducting the election, the council officials will be handicapped because most of them are selected and just put there. So they will want to serve whoever is putting them there. But however, all these autonomies we are talking about, they are what they call constitutional amendments. And you know that the constitutional amendments have to pass through the 36 state houses of assembly, where the governors are holding sway. Will the governors allow this constitutional amendment to run its full course without interference? But however, there is a glimmer of hope, because most of the governors, ex-governors, are now in the Senate, and they know most of them don't even have a say in who controls their local government, because the local governments are hamstrung.
It's a laudable idea for them to propose the amendment and pass it jointly to two houses of National Assembly. It is now for the state House of Assembly to also pass it. We need to get two-thirds vote from the various states of assembly put together. It has happened before in the past, where the National Assembly also passed it for autonomy. States like Edo and some other states, they didn't pass it. They could not secure it to third, because these kind of provisions require a legal process to come to fruition. The first step is what we just have achieved by the National Assembly. The second step is to get the third on the various states. So I should expect the leadership and members of the various houses of assembly to feel the pulse of the people, to know that the clamor has been at the highest, calling for the dividend of democracy, restructuring, and then allowing that autonomy to the local governments, to the House of Assembly themselves, and then to the judiciary. Because it is when you have these various arms of government and tiers of government, functioning in a manner in which they are not dependent on another, that you truly enjoy democracy. As it stands, you will not expect the judiciary, for example, to keep going cap in hand, taking the executive to execute projects. We are talking about in an era we are talking about a virtual court hearing. Somebody in the US may want to have a matter in Nigeria. Will he have to fly all the way from the US to come and attend a court here in Nigeria, when that could have been done virtually? Do we have the facilities to actually go full-blown on virtual hearing? Yes, some courts in the Edo State are already doing that with limited knowledge. Do we have the facilities to go full-blown? If the Judiciary are actually fully financially autonomous. They can embark on that kind of project and ensure that there's there's a virtual court hearing for all the courts, in the various states. So it's a record development. The same goes for local government. You can see something now whereby most of the state government executive have scrapped local government, local government in existence. They put head of service or the various local government to take charge. Where it is democratically elected local government council that the constitution recognizes. Even when they come on board, money is meant for them to execute project is being handed over to them by the state executive. Why can you not come to them directly? Because talking about democracy, the grassroots democracy, are the people at the local government level. If the roads are local government, either trunk A or trunk B or trunk C roads, whatever name they call them, you are calling for intervention from the state government, it's a different ballgame entirely. If the local government are empowered to take on those projects and they have the financial autonomy to do so, they can. But they will tell you that there are limits at which you can execute projects. There are limits at which you can source funds. So if the Mr. Governor does not approve such projects for you, you cannot do it. So they require their financial autonomy. The same thing goes for the legislative houses. They also require their financial autonomy so that they will not be dependent. If you want to actually be a proper check on the executive, and it is the finger that feeds you. You don't want to rub shoulders with them. They bring a bill to you, whether a preparation bill, whatever any other bill. You want to ask Mr. Governor first. How will you feel? How do you want to do this thing? Pali. Oh, fine, do it this way, and you rub my back, I rub your back. If they have their financial autonomy and they know that whether or not they pass the bill in a particular manner that you desire, that may be contrary to the expectation of the people. If they do it contrary to what you desire, they may not get whatever largesse they are expecting from you. So you have to play to them so that you can get whatever you want to get. But if they are financially autonomous, they won't do that. They will feed the pulse of the people and truly deliver the dividend of democracy to the people.
First and foremost, I must commend the National Assembly for what they have done. This is a new Nigeria, so everyone wants to make sure in all areas of ramification the new Nigeria is everywhere. First and foremost, what is local government autonomy? It's for the benefit of even the federal, even the House of Assembly's constituency. If local government autonomy is truly given, like as they have said, which I know that this time around is going to be effective, then the House of Assembly have no choice rather to follow suit with what the National Assembly have done. Because the local government autonomy, first, is an intermediary between the federal and the rural people. Because we have been subchanged over time with the governor input in the local government. The governor, they have dealt with the rural people in the sense that they don't allow the local government to operate freely. Now that the local government have autonomy, I tell you, the rural areas are going to benefit in terms of infrastructural development because they will no longer be deducting from their allocation. What the federal government sent to them, they will now use it to develop the rural area, and the dividends of democracy will now be fair in all the local government in Nigeria. The State House of Assembly, we have the will, we have the zeal much better than what they are to represent their people, because they will not be able to, do infrastructural development, bring it to their constituency.
Personally, I think it's a welcome development considering where we are coming from. Because for many years now, these same very autonomy issue has been in existence. Nothing was being done about it. Sometimes they talk about interest. I believe perhaps this instances is also got to do with some calculations in any way or form, because I realize that when people want to wrestle power from the center or wrestle power from the government of the day, they tend to throw in a lot to do with autonomy, because autonomy means self-determination. As much as I welcome it, which will help to reshaping people's behavioral pattern towards their own people that they kind of lead over, not to say rule over, because the antics can look as if they are rulers. In the long run, I think it will create security, it will create stability, it will create a enabling environment for the Western world and partners across the world to also realize that effort is being made to encourage them to come in any way or form, economically or otherwise. Because when policies are right, when people are taken care of, security is better, unemployment is better, progress is certain, and I'm sure in the long run it will be a very good thing for our people.
For true and effective democracy which allows for widespread gains that trickles down to the ordinary man, financial autonomy for local governments in Nigeria, state legislature and judiciary have been strongly supported by respondents who have encouraged the houses of assembly across the 36 states in Nigeria to follow in the step of the National Assembly by voting in favor of this amendment. I am Blessing AG.